Okay, well, there was no rapture today, for one thing. But according to the calendar, it is Armed Services Day, so I'll just send a big thank you out to all the men and women serving in uniform. And, Animal Kingdom did not win the Preakness. But no hard feelings there. No Triple Crown winner, still none in my lifetime. Let me, give a reminder / emphasization that my reviews are intended primarily for entertainment, not as attacks or criticism. I'm not bashing anyone, even though it's mainly for amusement. And the main reason I'm saying that is that I am now an applicant for a position at Nickelodeon. Okay, so let's get on to prom night. Now, FYI, I never went to any of my proms, but I don't regret it. But that's all I'm going to say about that. So, victorious. Okay, you're telling me that this was their first prom ever? I know it's not a regular school, but it's still hard for me to believe. And it is now clear that the Beck-Tori feud, or not the Beck-Tori feud, the Jade-Tori feud, is becoming the central theme of the show. I don't think that's what any of us wanted, and I think many of us are getting tired of it. And I don't know what to say, but this show, with so much potential, is being murdered. It makes me feel sorry for the talent who's in it, because I'm not putting the blame on them. They are talented actors. But something needs to be fixed. Seriously. I found it interesting that Beck was, not in the episode. In the story, he was in Canada. And, in an earlier episode, it was mentioned that he was born in Canada. So that is interesting. The one good part of the episode was at the end with the Best Friend's Brother song. Now, I had heard that song earlier this week for the first time. It is awesome. Victoria always does excellent music. This one, it's original, yet it gives you the feeling of listening to a 20-year-old classic. So, awesome song. If I read the caption at the bottom right, they're going to show the video for the first time next week, so we'll just look forward to that. And unless I missed something, the situation with Andre's girlfriend did not get resolved. So, that's victorious. Now, on to Big Time Rush. It was good. It had its, cheesy points. Basically, it was you really didn't have to pay attention to the story to be amused. And, the separating of the Jennifers, that was pretty clever. Uh, and then, James, all these egos expecting to be prom king, and, there was also that case, in the Victorious episode with Trina expecting it. Let me tell you, although I didn't go to my prom, I was a candidate for Homecoming King, barely missed it. But yeah, I did expect to win. It was that mentality that I was Mr. Gavitt. And I wanted that crown to make it official, so to speak, but, kind of think, as a history major, I know, it's like Robert Wade expecting to be president. When Andrew Johnson was impeached and acquitted by a margin of 1 vote, Robert Wade was next in line to be president, and they said he wrote an inauguration address and chose his cabinet before the actual vote. Actually, he narrowly missed it 3 times, because when Lincoln was shot, Booth and his conspirators also planned to kill Vice President Johnson. Had they both been killed, Wade would have been president. And then at Lincoln's second inauguration, there was demands that Lincoln call for Johnson's resignation. So, I know I'm getting off topic, but just things it makes me think of. So, that was a good episode of Big Time Rush. It was nice to have Camille back after a long absence. We'll let this one pass. Wasn't bad. Wasn't a bad night. Now, it was, let's say, things are happening different than we expected. I expected Victorious to knock off iCarly as the top show on Nickelodeon. It hasn't done that. iCarly is only getting better, as I've said before. And it's almost like the show's on its own terms. Like, it has the longest gaps between episodes, but in a good way. You watch the other shows as the hype builds up for the next iCarly, which the next iCarly is June 11th, the iParty with Victorious. And in the meantime, True Jackson's had a long absence, but the last one was the one at the mall where True Jackson hires the kid manager, but I think there's supposed to be a new one next week according to Wikipedia, and then another new one which is finally going to be Amanda and Brock Champion's wedding. So we'll see where that goes. But I'm now wondering what to expect of iParty with Victorious. I'm expecting it to be awesome. and I still hope it is. But it's like iCarly is still skyrocketing and Victoria is taking a dive. So it's like canceling each other out. So will it be awesome or will it be a disappointment? Let's hope it's awesome. Looks like this was my longest Nick review so far. Not a bad night. So until next week, so long.